Well, everything suggests that 2018 is going to be quite a boom year, with perhaps a deceleration towards the end of 2018. So are businesses perhaps not looking ahead quite far enough? Should that technology spend be beginning to increase over this first and second quarter? And I think from a business perspective, you have to look longer than a year. You've got to be looking 2, 3 to 5 years in advance. And one of the concerns coming out of this survey is great optimism, but are they spending enough on the future?
Won't there be an impact, though, on profitability if companies at this point, which have been trying to run incredibly lean since the financial crisis, now begin to add headcount? Do we start to see management that's getting a bit carried away with what it sees as real growth, but largely funded by credit?
Well, as ever, it's all about the balance. You're absolutely right. If you're looking at profitability going up short term, what happens if you start increasing wages, you start bringing on more people? How do you get that balance right? And technology may be part of that solution. So businesses that are really looking to be successful over the short to medium term need to get some balance in there between their people spend, their technology spend, and good old-fashioned plant and machinery.
Unlike my colleague here, who wants to see the C-suite and the shareholders remunerated even more, I actually want to see better capitalism in 2018 as well. Is that my first one of the year? Is that my first?
Just carry on, just carry on.
I think Jeff and I are on the same page, and I'm sure you are as well, Francesca. I think capitalism's in danger of eating itself. I really do. I think the C-suite's paid itself too much. The levels are ludicrous. The shareholder returns are fantastic, but they're in danger of not looking at the people who actually are employed at the medium and lower income levels as well. That doesn't make me a socialist. It makes me a responsible capitalist as well. And I think things have got to change. Any hint of that in your report?
Well, I think what you're seeing here is a huge amount of optimism about the current year. That 58% net increase in optimism suggests that these are the times when you start looking to how do I build for the future. So if you're optimistic about sales, you're optimistic about where the world's going, that's when you invest for the future. So you don't spend that all or not think about the future in the good times. And I think that's really the message coming out of this survey, is that you've got very positive growth, very good figures for 2018. But what do you do in this year to make sure that 2019 is good as well?
And how does your survey convey an improvement, perhaps in economies outside of the United States and the Western world? I mean, what signals are you getting about Japan and China?
Well, China and Japan are actually looking very good in this survey. China is incredibly optimistic about the future, 79%. That's a really high optimism figure. And Japan, which traditionally is very negative in terms of its view of the future, has actually gone into a positive optimism level. So I think both of those economies are really seeing 2018 as being a good year.